So good morning to everyone. Yeah, my name is Emefide Voyekole, and today I'll be sharing with you a topic which was entitled The Role of Non-Executive in Informational Technology Decision Making. But before we jump on this topic, let's have a word of prayer. Our most gracious Father in heaven, we come before you once again in this morning to thank you for your protection, to thank you for the guidance, to thank you for all blessings that have given to us. May your whole name be glorified. And I come before you, Father, to ask for your guidance and wisdom as I present this topic. And please help me also to communicate clearly and effectively so that my audience may understand the importance of non-executive in IT decision making. May my word be informative and insightful, and may my presentation be engaging and memorable. Please grant me the confidence and calmness to present with clarity and purpose, and may I be a vessel of knowledge and inspiration to all those listening. I pray that my presentation will also have a positive impact on my classmates and that it may inspire them to appreciate the vital role that non-executive play in healthcare IT decision making. Thank you for this opportunity to share my knowledge and insight with others. May you accept my humble prayer as I pray this morning. In Jesus' name we pray and trust. Amen. Moving to our learning objective for today. Upon the completion of this topic, the learners will be able to discuss why the technology lifecycle virtually ensures the perpetually healthcare information technology decision making in healthcare delivery environment. Upon also completing this topic, the learners will be able to describe what are the need for executive nurse to commit to a lifelong learning or a continuous education. Upon also the completion of this topic, the learners will be able to identify the two most important healthcare informational technology process that demand a nurse executive involvement. Upon also completing this topic, the learners will be able to discuss where to turn help in developing and also in maintaining a nurse-centric. Upon also completing this topic, the learners will be able to describe the value that only nurse executive acting as the important voice of the patient. So let's now first of all starting by looking what is the technology life cycle in healthcare. The technology life cycle in healthcare defined as the process of identifying, evaluating, and adopting new healthcare information technology in order to improve patient care and organizational efficiency. And this life cycle began with the identification of a need or opportunity of new health informational technologies, and it is followed by the evaluation which are available for those technologies, and it follows by the selection and implementation of those chosen technology, and finally it ends with the maintenance and replacement or retirement of the technology. So let's now look on how does this technology leads to a perpetually hit decision making in healthcare delivery environment. So this technology life cycle lead to a perpetually hit decision making through a rapid technology advancement, through identifying the opportunities for improvement, through also evaluating available technologies, through also selecting and implementing health informational technology system, through also maintaining and replacing or retiring the health informational technology system, and also through ongoing decision making. Let's now try to break down each point and see how this technology life cycle lead to a perpetually hit decision making. Starting by rapid technology advancement, the healthcare industry is rapidly evolving, as we know, with new and emerging technology. And this means that healthcare organizations must continuously evaluate and adopt the new health informational technology system in order to stay current and also meet the needs of the patient and providers. Secondly, looking on the second point, which is identifying the opportunities for improvement, we see here most healthcare organizations looking for ways, looking for every possible way in order to improve patient outcome and also organization efficiency. And this leads to a constant need in order to identify the opportunities for improvement through adaptation of new health information technology system. Moving to the third point, which is evaluating the available technologies. Now, once the opportunity or once the way for improving have been identified, the healthcare organization sit down and evaluate what are the available technologies needed in order to determine which system is best fit for their needs. Moving to the fourth point, which is selecting and implementing health informational technology system. Once the evaluation process have been completed or have done, now the nurse executive and other stakeholders sit and make an informed decision on which technology to adapt and also to develop a plan for implementing this new system. Moving to the fifth point, which is maintaining, replacing or retiring health information technology system. We know that this health information technology system, some of them have less span and eventually they also become outdated. So when this happens, the healthcare organization make a decision on whether to maintain, replace or retire the system and become the process as new. So moving to the last point, which is ongoing decision making. Now the technology life cycle, as we have seen that it's a continuous process. Now the nurse executive and other stakeholders engage in ongoing decision making in order to ensure that the health information technology system remain updated and meet the needs of patients and providers. Let's now discuss on some of the importance of staying current with emerging technology and trends. Staying current with emerging technology and trends is crucial for nurse executive and other healthcare stakeholders for the following reason. First of all, it improves patient outcome. It also enhances organizational efficiency. It also remains competitive and comply with regulation and standard, and it also fosters the innovation. Let's now try to break down each point. The first one, which is improving patient outcome. We know that emerging the technology and trends have the potential significant in improving patient outcome because it enables accurate diagnosis. It also facilitates the faster treatment and enhancing the communication and collaboration among healthcare providers. Secondly, by also staying current with emerging technology and trends, healthcare organizations now start to have a streamlined workflow, start to have a reduced cost and also an increased organizational efficiency. Moving to the third point, as we all know, healthcare is a highly competitive industry. So staying current with emerging technology and trend is essential in order to remain competitive and also to attract patients and providers and staff. Moving to the fourth point, which is complying with regulation and standard. As we all know, the healthcare industry is a subject to a strict regulation and standard. So staying current with emerging technology and trends can help the healthcare organization to remain compliant and also avoid some penalty or legal issues that may arise along the way. Moving to the last point, which is foster innovation. By also staying current with emerging technology and trend, nurse executive and also other healthcare stakeholders can foster the innovation within their organization and drive the adaptation of new and more effective solutions. Let's now describe what are the needs for the nurse executive to commit a lifelong learning. As we all read through some newspaper or research, we see that our healthcare industry now is rapidly evolving. And the nurse executive, they have to be on the forefront door, or they have to commit themselves to this lifelong learning in order to effectively participate and lead to a health informational technology decision making. And the reason why they should do this, it is because there are a rapid change in technology. There is some complex health informational technology system that are now evolving. They have also to be at the front door to ensure that there is a high quality patient care. So they have to be flexible and to allow themselves to participate or to commit in this lifelong learning. Let's now try to break each point, starting by the first point, which is rapid changing technology. As I have said earlier, healthcare technology is constantly evolving nowadays, and now nurse executive must stay up to date with those changes in order for them to make an informed decision. And continuous education may help those nurse executives to develop a deep understanding of those technologies, which in return will enable them to make an informed decisions. Moving to the second point, we see now also health informational technology system becoming more complex and also requiring a specialized knowledge and skills in order to implement and manage. So, continuing education will help those nurse executives to develop the expertise in the need of managing those systems and also in making an informed decision. Moving to the third point, which is evolving healthcare landscape, we see also the healthcare landscape changing rapidly. So the nurse executive must keep their pulse with this change in order to develop some strategies that are aligned with their organization goal. So continuous education could provide this nurse executive with the knowledge that they need in order to anticipate and also to respond to these changes. Moving to the last point, we all know that nurse executive play a critical role in ensuring quality patient care. So staying current with emerging technology and trend will be essential for them in order to achieve this goal. So continuing also education will help them to attain this point because it will help those nurse executives to identify some new approaches to care and also improve patient outcome. After listening to the reason why the nurse executive should stay current with industry development, you may ask yourself, what are the various ways that I can use as a nurse executive in order to continue education or a lifelong learning? So some of the various ways that a nurse executive can use to continue the education and develop their health information technology competence are attending the conferences and workshops, pursuing the advanced degree and certification, and also collaborating with colleague and industry experts. And the fourth one is to lead some industry publication and also to participate in online courses and webinars. Moving to the first point, which is attending conference and workshop, nurse executive can attend conference and workshop in order to learn about the latest health informational technology and training. So they participate in hands-on training session and network with colleagues. And this is a great way because from there they gain some practical knowledge and they help them to stay current with industry development. And the second way, which is pursuing the advanced degree and certification. The advanced degree and certification may also provide those nurse executives with a deep understanding of health information system, data analysis, and also other related topics. While moving to the third point, nurse executive can also collaborate with their colleague and industry expert in order to share the knowledge and gain new perspective on health informational technology decision making. Okay, and this can be done through participating in online forums or join some professional organization and attending the network event in order to connect with others in the field. So moving to the fourth point, which is read industry publication. Nurse executive can lead the industry publication such as healthcare informatics, health data management, in order to stay updated with the latest research and industry development and best practice. While moving to the fifth point, which is participating in online courses and webinars. Online courses and webinars provide those nurse executives with a flexible and convenient access to health information technology education, and they can take the course on the topic which are related to data analyst, health information exchange, and cybersecurity in order to gain new skills and knowledge. So let's now look on the two most important health informatic technology process that demand the nurse executive involvement. The two most important health informatic technology process that demand nurse executive involvement are implementation and adaptation of health informatic technology system. And the second one is what we call clinical decision support. So moving to the first point, which is implementation and adaptation of health informatics system. Nurse executives are responsible for leading and managing the implementation and adaptation of health informatics system within healthcare organization. And this play also a crucial role in ensuring that health informatics technology system meet the clinical and administrative need of the organization and are also aligned with the organization's strategic goal. So here the nurse also have the opportunity to collaborate with some IT professional in order to identify and also to design and implement the health informatic technology system to improve their patient care and also to increase their efficiency and reduce some cost. Moving to the second point, which is clinical decision support. Nurse executives are responsible for ensuring that health informatic technology system incorporate with a clinical decision support tool in order to improve patient outcome. The clinical decision support provide also clinician with an evidence-based recommendation and also some alert to support a clinical decision making. Aside from that, also nurse executive collaborate with some clinician and IT professional and some vendors in order to develop and implement the clinical decision support tool that will support a clinical workflow in order to improve patient safety and also to reduce some clinical variability. So moving to the role of nurse executive in health process, we see that the role of nurse executive in health processes include leadership and strategic planning, clinical expertise, and also change in management. Moving to the first point, which is leadership and strategic planning, nurse executive provide a leadership in strategic planning for health information technology initiative within a healthcare organization. So they collaborate with healthcare stakeholders in order to develop a health information technology strategies that will support the organizational mission, organization vision, and also organization value. Aside from that, also, NAS executive ensure that health information technology initiatives are aligned with the regulatory and accreditation requirement. And in addition to that, also they promote the patient-centered care. Moving to the second point, which is clinical expertise, nurse executive also bring some clinical expertise to health information technology process, where in return they ensure that this health information technology system support the clinical workflow and also meet the need of clinician patient. They also collaborate with some clinician in order to identify the health informative technology system requirement that will improve their patient care. Aside from that, also nurse executive also provide some clinical oversight for health information technology system by ensuring that they meet a clinical standard, they meet also a clinical guidelines. Moving to the third point, which is change management, we see here also nurse executive as those who take responsibility for managing the change which are associated with health informatic technology implementation and adaptation. In this, they collaborate with stakeholders in order to develop and also to implement the change management strategies that will support the health informatic technology adaptation and ensure that the clinician and staff are trained about this system. Aside from that, also the nurse executive also monitor the health informatic technology adaptation and use and identify some of the barriers to this adoption and also implement the strategies in order to overcome it. Let's now discuss on the benefit of electronic health record and computerized physician order entry to healthcare organization and patient. So let's now starting by looking on some of the benefit of electronic health record. The first benefit of electronic health record is what we call increased efficiency. Here, the electronic health record are very beneficial to the healthcare organization because it allows the healthcare providers to input some patient data electronically, which save their time and improve the efficiency. Aside from that, also this electronic health record help those providers to quickly and easily access the patient information regardless of the location of healthcare facility, which can lead to a better coordination of care. Moving to the second benefit of having electronic health record in healthcare organization, which is reducing the error, we see that having this kind of electronic health record in your organization will significantly reduce some of the likelihood errors that occur with a paper-based record keeping, which in return will help to improve the quality of care and patient safety. While moving to the third point, which is cost saving, we see that having this also electronic health record in your organization will help to save some money on paper-based record keeping, storage, and also retrieval. Aside from that, also having this also electronic health record will improve some revenue cycles by simplifying the billing process. Moving to the last point or last benefit of having electronic health record in your healthcare organization, we see that having this electronic health record will provide the healthcare providers with a quick and easy access to patient data, which in return will help to improve the patient outcome. And aside from that, also having this electronic health record will help the providers to make a better informed decision about patient care, which can ultimately lead to a better health outcome. Moving to the benefit of computerized physician order entry. The first benefit that we see here is improved patient safety. Having a computerized physician order entry in your healthcare organization could also reduce some of the likelihood of medication error, which can also improve patient safety. And also having this computerized physician order entry in your organization can help the providers to enter the medication order electronically, which will now eliminate in return the errors that can occur with a paper-based form. Secondly, having also this computerized physician order entry in your healthcare organization will save time and will also improve the efficiency by allowing the providers to process the orders quickly and easily. And aside from that, also having this computerized physician order entry will also help to reduce the need for administrative staff to manually process orders. Aside from that, also having this computerized physician order entry will also help the healthcare organization to save money on paper-based form and also to reduce the need for administrative staff to process orders. Aside from that, also having this computerized physician order entry in your healthcare organization will improve patient outcome by providing our healthcare providers with a quick and easy access to their patient data. Moving to our take home or the summary of our topic for today, we have discussed on the role of the nurse executive in information technology decision making, and we have seen that the presentation outlined some of the benefits of health information technology process, specifically the electronic health record and computerized physician order entry to a healthcare organization and patient. Secondly, we have seen that the electronic health record and the computerized physician order entry are benefit or are beneficially to a healthcare organization and to the patient, such as improving the efficiency in reducing the errors and also by reducing some costs that healthcare organizations spend, and also by increasing or by improving a better patient outcome. And we have also seen that it's important for nurse executive to commit a life learning in order to participate and also to lead to a health informational decision making. This is the reference that I used. Thank you so much for listening and continue to have a blessed day.